y'all. Happy Tuesday. This is our last Tuesday of 2025, and we all need to just be giving thanks for us being here and being able to spend time with each other. So, y'all, yesterday I thought that I wanted to do embroidery tonight, but then I've been getting so many questions about bling and just how to do it, how easy is it, and all those sorts of things. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just do a beginner friendly bling night. I think we'll do a few of these. I still plan on kind of keeping things like how they were this year for next year. I do want to incorporate a little more design into our lives. So I'm still dedicating one night, it could be more, to designing and stuff like that. But hey y'all, I gotta get my other my overhead set up. But before we actually start brushing in any stones or anything like that, we're gonna look at just how to bring in a template, what to look at, and that sort of thing, because we have a lot of new blingers and I'm excited about that. So I need to share this screen. Keep it. I need to share this screen so that I can show you guys how to do it. But y'all, I have a video that I'm putting out probably tomorrow. Somebody in the comments told me like, hey, I cut my sequin fabric with my laser. It's totally my thing now. It's totally my thing now. So whoever that was, thank you. But let's see who's here. Hey, everyone. Hey, Mare Bear. Hey, girl. Hey, Shay Shay. Thank you. I might have a little echo because I have this iPad on too. So hopefully there's not an echo. But hey, Shay Shay. Shay Shay, I see that you've been working, girl. You've been doing a thing, and I love it. I love it. Hey, DB. Hey, Miss Rosalind McElveen. Dr. Johnson. Dr. Johnson, your sweatshirt did not get out yet, but it's getting out. Okay, it's getting out this week. And we're going to cut this file out, but while it's cutting, I'm going to brush it in too. I just want to show the process because I have it already, but where did I put it, y'all? Where did I put it? I don't know. But hey, Daisy Boo. Hey, girl. So what are y'all up to? I finally went and got my hair done today, y'all, because it was... Hey, Anna. Hey, Donzel. Welcome in. Hey, Mary. Betty Lopez. Miss Sonia. Boyd Apparel. Hey, Katrina. Katrina, I've been seeing all the work that you've been doing, girl. It's looking good. All you guys have been doing amazing. I am composing a list for everybody who was in the challenge. I am composing the list for me to send it out to everybody so that we can know who was in the challenge and we can continue to support each other through the rest of this year, which is tomorrow, and next year as well. So I'm really excited about that. And I still this challenge is over, but I'm still posting. So I'm still tomorrow. I just wanted to get through the whole month, but I feel like it's something that I can continue doing because I'm always making things, and it's just I just don't show everything that I'm doing every single day, but I definitely can. Hey, Precious, Miss Jazzy G, Lisa. All right, y'all, we're gonna get ready to start talking about blinking. Hey, Miss Sharon Davenport. Yes. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm Patrice. This is Craftable Things. Everybody who has the blue lights next to their name, those are my channel moderators. And everyone with a green name, those are my channel members. And I'm very blessed to be here and blessed to have all of you guys here with me too. Hey, Fern. And Shay Shay. Hey, Shay Shay. And Joyce. All right, y'all, we're scrolling down so we can get started because I don't really want to be all night. I planned on coming on a little bit early, but I don't want to be on all night. And I got a new printer in, y'all, very similar to the X tool. And so we got that in the house. But nonetheless, I am going to take you guys into into Cricut because we're going to pull up a design, but I need to get it out first. I decided to use my other computer instead of Mac. Why? I don't know. And to everybody in the bushes, hey, everyone in the bushes, how are y'all doing tonight? Y'all know I love y'all too. Thank you for being here. But yeah, but like I was saying, while I'm opening this up, somebody left a comment about cutting. Let me show you guys. I do have a video coming out showing me doing this. So y'all just make sure that y'all watch it. So I did this in this shirt. This was a hoodie. And so the person, when I did the last video with the sequin and I was cutting it, somebody left a comment like, hey, you know, I use my laser to cut my sequin fabric. And I'm like, you do? Like, you put your sequin fabric in there in the laser? And I was just wondering, like, if it was good to do that. Y'all, the laser cut the sequin. It was really, really good. Very, very happy with this. And it wasn't as messy. So, you know, like when you're cutting like sequin or anything like this, those sweet sequins go everywhere. And the laser, very minimal sequin debris. Very, very little. So that was good. I just got to sign into StreamYard. And then we'll be getting in. Hey, Rachel and Sandy. Hey, guys. Miss Cheryl Green. So we're actually going to be brushing in a design that we made in the beginner class, in the beginner bling class. And I am just downloading it. Well, I'm going to bring you guys on. I got to sign into StreamYard here. Let me sign into StreamYard. But that's what we're going to be doing tonight. I should do the other one, but I think I'm going to do a video on the other one. So I have another thing I need to tell you guys. So if you guys heard me complaining a little bit about the flock and like my flock not cutting out like how it used to cut on my Romeo, like how it was supposed to be cutting, and I just was having a little bit of a struggle. Well, it's not the flock. And so I always hear a lot of people complaining about the flock, the blue flock, the purple flock, the pink flock. Like I hear like a lot of people, oh, this flock is the best, that flock is the best. No, it's all in our heads. Okay. So I was cutting out the blue flock and it was cutting out beautifully. And then I got a new roll of blue flock. And I do feel like this particular flock is a lot thicker than their previous version of flock that they had. Well, my Romeo was cutting the other flock out perfectly. This new flock comes in, and we'll talk about flock for anybody who's a beginner in a second when I get my computer up. But I'm fussing at the flock, hating the flock, about to complain to the people about the flock. Like, hey, y'all changed the flock and I hate it, right? I'm about to tell them like I hate it. Well, y'all, remember a few months ago when my Romeo was giving me a problem with cutting lines or cutting through the flock at that time? And I couldn't figure out what was going on. Of course, I thought it was the flock, but then it was happening also with my HTV and like other material. The same thing. So I opened up the carriage to see like where the housing and everything is located. I opened up that carriage, and sure enough, where I had that washer at that time, I had to like literally like almost glue the washer down. That adhesive melted. And so the washer was no longer staying down when it was cutting. That is why I was not cutting my blue flock. Because guess what? Once I glued it down again, but I guess because maybe things get a little bit heated in the carriage. So I glued it down again. And guess what? It cut it beautifully, just like that. It cut it beautifully. I did everything. I changed the blade. I changed the blade. I cleaned the blade. I changed the blade. I did a new housing. I like stood there to make sure everything was screwed in. It was just that same thing in the cutter, in the Romeo, where that washer, and so the blade was not going down. So That's going to lead me to tell y'all that anytime you're cutting your material or whatever that you're using, make sure that you do test cuts so that you don't waste any of your material. This is the second time that this has happened to me with the Caesar. And I think, and hopefully with the newer Caesars, because this, I probably got like one of the ones in the first batch that they were sending out for testing. Test out your materials. Test them out. Because it's not the material. Like, I hear it all the time, and I'm just like, one, I'm not going to say that it's never the flock, or it's never the material, or it's never the machine or anything. 9 times out of 10, and maybe 9.5 times out of 10, it's the user's fault because you don't know what you're doing. And I can only say that because there's plenty of times where I just don't know what I'm doing and I'm just trying to fake it till I make it. And then I realized, like, it was you. It wasn't your machine. It was you. It was you. All right, let me try to get this on, y'all. Why did my computer die? All right. And I want to print out this design. We might print out this love DTF print real quick. Let me do my printer. But yeah, y'all. And so now it's cutting out fine. Y'all, I had even increased the pressure to like 120. I think it can go up to like 100. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I had the blade like almost all. I told Marilyn, like, the blade was all, like, literally all the way out. It looked like a knife. And it still was not cutting. So it was definitely that washer that doesn't stay down. So if you have a Caesar, I need to open up Cricut Design Space too. If you have a Caesar Romeo or Juliet, and I just unboxed my Juliet that's been here for about 6 or 7 months, and I just unboxed it. So hopefully that doesn't give me any issue. Like, y'all know who. Y'all, my Romeo. Hopefully. All right, y'all, we're going to get ready to get started, but let's see. So if you're new, are there any newbies here? Any new blingers here? If this is your first time here, thank you for being here. But is there anyone out there who is 100% new to Bling, or you're interested in Bling, you're not really sure if you want to get into it, like how difficult it's going to be? Please let us know. We have a lot of Bling that's here. I'm logging in, y'all, to my StreamYard on this one because I want to bring it up in. So Kimley, you're new and you're interested. Awesome. Do you do any type of bling, like flat back rhinestones, or are you just 100% new? Katrina, you never did any bling before? Really? Anna, now is the time. Gail, I'm new and definitely interested. Awesome. My sweater just says sweater weather. This was a design we did, I think last year we did it. It just says sweater weather. I know the season's done, but y'all, it was a little bit cool today. Can y'all believe? Well, I really put this on because my shirt that I have is sleeveless and it's a little bit of cropish, not cropish. And so I put this on, but the temperature dropped a lot. The temperature dropped a lot. A lot. Hold on, y'all. All right, let's get ourselves together. All right. So since we have quite a few new people, so I want to show you all the process. So blinging can seem a little bit intimidating at first, like just getting started with it, just knowing all of the different things. The one thing that you're gonna find is that when you get started, you don't really notice the difference between like rhinestones or flock or anything like that because you're just getting started. And this is your introduction into blinging, right? You're just starting, so you don't notice all the differences. However, a lot begins with the actual template. Okay, a lot begins with the template and things that you need to know. So we are going to look, we will be looking at a template. You need to know like sizing. That's very important. And it can differ a lot because when you're working with HTV or regular vinyl and things like that, you don't necessarily have to have a certain size. You can make that design as large as you want, as small as you want, barring that you can weed it out, but you can make it as large or as small as you want. With rhinestones, you don't have that option with rhinestone templates. So the designer will tell you it needs to be 9.5 inches wide by 9.5 inches wide. You have to stay true to that. Okay. Unless you're a designer and you know how to work your way around different things and stuff like that. If you're just starting out new, you want to make sure that you pay attention to that. So today we're going to do that. I'm hoping and praying that when we open up Cricut Design Space, that it opens up incorrectly, like how I want it to. Okay, because that is a thing, and that's usually what will happen with Cricut Design Space. All right, so let me turn down my volume. I'm going to share my screen in a second. That's one thing. Hey, Jess, I hate to weed too. Jess, am I just noticing, or did you change your logo and your thumbnail? Did I just notice this, or has this been like this? Hey, Faye. Yes. What is a good software? So to design to design your templates, if that's something that you want to do, that you're interested in, because honestly with rhinestone cutting templates, it doesn't matter which software you have, as long as you have a cutter that has a software attached to it that you can cut your template out. However, if you want to design, a quick easy way to start out is Silhouette Studio. Okay, Silhouette Studio with the business edition. With the business edition, you'll be able to design your own templates. Okay, there's several other rhinestone softwares. Okay, you have the Rhinestone Wizard, which is attached to Corel Draw, so you'll have access to the Corel Draw software. And then you also have Hotfix, Sierra Hotfix, and then you have a few others like StarCraft Create. They used to well, they still have the Create software. You can design rhinestone templates in there, and also you can design rhinestone templates in Caesar Leonardo. There's several places, that you can use to design. However, I feel, and I have a few of them. I have the Rhinestone World software. I have the Rhinestone Wizard. I have Caesar Leonardo. I have StarCraft Create, and I also have Silhouette Studio, the business edition. Now, out of those, Silhouette Studio is my favorite. And there's a few reasons why. Just getting started out, if you're just getting started out with Silhouette Studio, there isn't a recurring fee for Silhouette Studio. Done. I think I'm on mute. So you're not going to have to pay extra. Okay, so that's one thing that I absolutely love about Silhouette Studio. You pay that one-time fee, and Shortcuts a lot. I'm sorry, Cybertrainer. Shortcuts a lot and StarCraft Create, they're the same software, so I always forget to acknowledge Shortcuts a lot. So yes, Shortcuts a lot is also does rhinestones. But Silhouette Studio, you have that flat fee. You don't have to worry about paying for that anymore. And Shortcuts a lot I think Shortcuts a lot is a flat fee, because StarCraft Solo is a flat fee too. The other softwares, you're paying a monthly fee, or the Rhinestone World, you're paying a nice chunk at the beginning, maybe about $800 to $1,000 at the beginning. And then now I don't know if they still have that, because now I think it may have turned subscription based. So in order, I guess, to get like the updates and things like that, it may have gone into being on a subscription. So that's the only thing that I would be like, I don't. If you're not really looking, like if you really want to just get into it, Silhouette Studio Business Edition is the best way. You can export your files out as SVGs, and you can create PNGs. You can print from there. You can do all types of things from Silhouette Studio. Okay, so That's my thing. That's what I think, and I've tried them all. I have them all on my computers. And when I need to do something, I'm going to go straight to Silhouette Studio, the business edition. I know people will tell you this one's better, that one's better, or you should do this. It's all up to you in a matter of preference. I do feel like I still have to work a little bit, no matter which software that I'm going to use. So that's just my preference, y'all. So let me do um I'm gonna open up Cricut Designs first. I'm gonna open it up before we open it up. I'm gonna open it up before I get you guys on it because we may have to download something. So we're gonna be using the Cricut Maker 4 today to cut this out. I do plan on probably doing the Romeo, the Juliet. So if depending on what softwares, can you guys tell me in the chat so that I can kind of get an idea, like which cutter are you using mostly? Like in your everyday craft life or business, what cutter are you using? It doesn't have to be limited to just the Cricut or Cameo, or like which cutter do you use? Do you use GraphTech? I have that before cutter. I'm about to take that to the school with me. Which cutter do you use? Let me know. Stitch and Shine, you never blinked before? Girl, what are you doing? Okay. Okay. We got, I keep trying to tell people Caesar ain't backing down too much. Y'all not Caesar, Cricket ain't backing down too much. Y'all still, a lot of y'all like still Cricket. And nothing's wrong with Cricket. Nothing is wrong with little Cricket. Okay, I don't want the trial. All right. So we talked a little bit about software. We started off talking about the rhinestone flock, and this is rhinestone flock. All right. Rhinestone flock it's like flock. It has like an adhesive in the back of it, but it's not like a Hotfix, a heat transfer, nothing like that. But it's just, it kind of feels like a flat velvet feeling to it, and it is a little bit thicker than your regular vinyl. All right, so you want to make sure you test out your settings. Tonight, we're going to be using my Cricut Maker 3 for all, or 4. For all of my Cricuts that I have, I usually just use medium cardstock to cut it. I don't generally have any issues with the flock when I use medium cardstock to cut it. This flock, because I felt like it was thinner the last time I used it with my Cricut Maker 4, I did medium cardstock with heavy pressure. Okay, so Nicole, you don't have a Juliet, or you have a Juliet? Romeo. So Miss Nene, hey Miss Nene, Romeo and Juliet, Coretta Cricket, hey friend. Martha said Cricket and Juliet, Lisa Cricket. So a lot, okay, Romeo. I don't see many cameos. I think I saw one person with a cameo. So Bonnet Creation says Maker 4, but you just purchased a Romeo. It's still in the box. Maker do my solo. It's not set up yet. You're still, girl, that's so, not the solo not set up yet. And I forgot to even mention the StarCraft solo, which is no longer, they're not selling the StarCraft solo. Hey, JB Patterson, Melody, hey, Carrie, Cricket and Romeo. Cameo. Listen, I think the people who have the cameos are the real MVPs, because honey, I can't. And I have a cameo. I'm gonna have to, we're gonna have to learn together. All right, let me share my screen. We're gonna have to learn that together, because I'm gonna share my screen and then we're gonna cut out a template. The template that I cut out tonight, I'm gonna just give it away. It is a design that I did in our class, a design that we did in the class. I already have it cut out, but to show you guys the whole process and the steps of how to get that done, I'm going to do that. There's a few things that you want to look at. I'm also going to open up Silhouette Studio just because I feel like if you don't have the business edition, and you may not want to get the business edition of Silhouette Studio, download the basic edition. Okay, download the basic edition, because if you get designs outside, like in another Creative Fabrica, design bundles, wherever they sell rhinestone templates from me, and you get a design and you're like, hey, these holes don't look like they're SS10 holes, or something looks a little bit wrong with these holes. At least you'll have the software that you can break it down and use it, you know, so that you can see what size these holes are. And I'm going to show you guys that. I just want to see if I can just switch us over to the standard edition. I'm going to switch us over to the standard edition. Let me go ahead and share because I think I can. I have Cricut open. I did want to print something out, but I guess I better wait. Share screen. We're going to bring in a design. So if you were in the beginner Bling class, y'all saw this design already. In fact, you guys already have access to this design. This design is not in my on my website yet. All right. So now we're inside of Silhouette Studio, and this is Silhouette Studio. If you look up here, it tells you which version of Silhouette Studio. So Kingsbury, the 28-inch Graphic and ScanNCut. You got the real thing. You got the real thing. Latasha, it is. So I'm going to have another class next month in January. So I'll put out the calendar for when I have the class. Like we're going to do a Silhouette Studio design class. We're going to do a beginner Bling class and then an advanced Bling class. Oh, and the joy. I forgot about the joy. We need to do another project with the joy. I haven't used my joy in such a long time, and we can do like some decals, some little decals. I have a cameo, but I rarely use it because I don't. Rachel, we gotta fix them. Rachel, maybe I need to bring out my my cameo and we need to just use it because girl, I got a cameo. I think I've used it twice. All right, so this is Silhouette Studio. If you look up here, it says that we are in the business edition. I am going to switch to the standard edition so that we can see how that's going to look. Because with the standard edition, you don't have access to a lot of the different panels. So I don't know if you guys saw over here on the side with the business edition, this was all lit up, all right? But with that standard edition, everything, we don't have as much here to play around with. So we'll see. I haven't used the standard edition. I don't think I've ever used the standard edition. So we're going to bring in the design. We're going to pretend that we purchased this design from another site, and we need to check this design out because it just doesn't look right. Okay, so I'm going to go into File. We're going to go to Merge. And we're going to go to the file, and I think I called that file. Let's go to downloads. The class I usually have is a virtual class, and it's just going to be virtual online. It's not listed on my website yet. I will probably put it up there, but I was telling Marilyn the other day that I'm considering doing a pre-recorded class. I've been fighting it. I usually prefer to do live classes, but I think I'm just going to go with like a pre-recorded, like to have one and maybe have a live class every so often, like once a quarter or something like that, where we do a live class because, yeah, I think I'm just going to do it that way. All right, let's go to Love Outline. That is the file. Oh, the file you're attempting to access is not supported. I think it's an SVG. Let's make sure. Let me make sure it's an SVG. But it should be fine, but if it's not, then I'm going to have to go and re-download it. It's not a PNG. That's something that I want to... Let's go back to it. Is it an SVG? It should be an SVG. Let's see. Yeah, that's the file. So let's maybe this is a... Hold on, let me bring it back in. Let me see if I can merge it. If not, we're gonna go back to the business edition. So I click onto this one. Okay, it says no. So maybe listen, just get the business edition because honey, this edition is, let's see. All right, let's see if it comes in now with the business edition. Merge. Let's see. So maybe so guess what? Just get the business edition because clearly the basic edition is too basic it's just too basic. It should be able to open it. I don't know why it won't open up that one in the basic edition. That's weird. But I'm telling y'all, I've never used the basic edition. When I first got Silhouette Studio, I started out with the business edition, and it was mainly because I wanted to do rhinestones. I didn't. That's the only reason why I got Silhouette Studio. Okay. So the next thing you're going to do, because we're going to open this up in Cricut, but let's say with Silhouette Studio, what you can do is you can break this down to see exactly how many rhymes, how with the size of your rhinestones are. That's one thing that you need to make note of and know that that's super important is knowing the size of those rhinestones. So let's go ahead. This particular design is 3 layers, and we know that it's 3 layers because there's 3 different colors here. So we can't cut this all out together. We have to separate it. But I just want to make sure, I want to look at this and I want to see what size these holes are. So to see the size of the holes, I'm going to select everything, and we're just going to we're going to right click, and then we're going to select release compound path. Hey, Renee and Linda and Mocha Crochet and Crafts and Miss J. Hey, everybody that came in that I missed. Now, if you notice, I clicked release compound path, but it doesn't look like anything happened. In fact, all of these still look like it's grouped together, right? The compound path has been released, but we still need to ungroup. So when you release a compound path, you're just separating all of those individual pieces, okay? When you make it into a compound path, you're making all of those individual pieces seem as one when it's uploaded into the system. When you're done, when you're releasing it, now you're releasing them all again. So they're no longer one. But now we need to select ungroup, and then we can still ungroup. If you notice, I can't ungroup it anymore. So we're done ungrouping. Hey, Rondrea and Tammy. So that, see, look, you can tell I've never used the basic edition. Thank you. The basic edition doesn't support. That's crazy work. So you need the business edition then. I'm telling you, you need the business edition. That's it. All right. So now that all of those were ungrouped, and if you notice, there were like little small boxes around each of those, right? Thank you, Miss Sharon Davenport. There's little boxes around each of those. Okay. So now those are released. To find the size of your hole, you're just going, or your stone size, you're going to click there. And if you notice, it says, and it's very small. I should just make this screen big. Let me just make this a bigger screen because y'all don't need to see me. This just says 0.13 by 0.13, right? If you look up here, because I still have that hole selected, it still says 0.13 by 0.13. Now, the one thing that I would suggest is because sometimes holes can change sizes at times, different things can happen. You can have one hole that's 13 by 13 or 0.13 by 0.13, and another that may be a different size. Right here, all of these holes are the same. But let's just say you're new, but you need to know for certain what this hole size is, because you don't want to go and buy a whole bunch of SS20 rhinestones and you have this design and you need SS10 stones. So you need to know the size stone that you're going to be using. The more popular stone size for Hotfix rhinestones and for people who do this at home is SS10. Okay, it's SS10. So if I select all of these and I head over to the transform panel, look, now I'm a little bit nervous with the basic edition and the business edition. Don't even, just skip the basic edition and head straight to the business edition. You don't even want the basic edition. There's no need for it. All right, so here we're going to go to scale. And again, I didn't say it, but there with Silhouette Studio, the business edition, it's a flat fee. I think I said it. You're not going to be paying anything outside of that fee. It's not a yearly thing. It's nothing like that. Okay. So here we have our rhinestones. Just in case you get a design and that design is not the correct size. We just went over this in a class that we did, this weekend. We got something off of Creative Fabrica. We got a design off of Creative Fabrica. Those holes were not an SS10 or SS6. The designer said that they were SS6, SS10. He gave the size. None of that worked. This is how you can find out what size those holes are. and then you can go ahead and adjust it. Now, can you do something like this in Caesar Leonardo? You can break your stones down in Caesar Leonardo, and I'll show you how you can break them down. I've just never done a universal change, and what we're going to do now is we're going to do a universal change for these stones, okay? And we'll look in Caesar Leonardo so that you can see that too, in case you have a Romeo or a Juliet, you can see what size those holes are in there. All right, so here we have this, and the first thing that I should have pointed out to you guys was the size of the design. So this is 10.654 by 6.484. That's something that you really need to know, okay? In Cricut, sometimes when you upload your Bling designs into Cricut, guess what happens? It does not come in at the correct size, okay? It's mostly comes in very small, all right? So if I want to change this, I'm going to head over here to the transform panel, and then I'm just going to adjust that width. Now, because I know that this is already the correct size, the correct stone size and everything, I'm going to change it to a different stone size. So we're going to change this to 0.102 by point, and I'm going to do an enter. Oh, it's going to change back. I didn't want to do that. Sorry, y'all. 0.10. Let me unlock it. 0.102. I'm going to do an enter. And then we're going to change this to 0.102 the height. So the height is going to be 0.102 as well. I'm going to do an enter. Now, Silhouette Studio can be a little bit funny in that way. Like the way I said enter, I unlocked the proportions button and I went back. You will have to do that sometimes for Silhouette Studio, depending on the edition and all that. So what I did now is I changed all of those hole sizes to an SS6 design. Okay. Now there is a lot of space in between the different holes, right? There's more space now because we shrank the hole size. But now if I click onto here, I see that that's 0.102 by 0.102. If I click over here in the blue, that's 0.102 by 0.102. If I click here, that's 0.102 by 0.102. All right. Sandy, it's not $69.99 a year. It is, sometimes it's $99. Sometimes it's $69. Maybe like a week or two ago it was $39. But that's the cost of the software. You're not paying a yearly fee for it. You're not paying a monthly fee for it or anything like that. It is a good software to have. It's a one-time fee. Okay. It's very much different than like if you're getting Cricut Design Space or Cricut Access or even Leonardo, like all those costs. Everybody's going on subscription now. So let's hope that Silhouette does not decide that they want to go on subscription because everybody else is doing subscriptions. All right, y'all. So I'm going to change this back to our SS10. And to do that, I'm just going to select all of those holes. And we're going to do 0.13, enter. And I'm going to do 0.13. And this is the transform panel. All right. So we know that our holes are the correct size. We can get ready to upload this into Cricut Design Space. Now, can you do this with Cricut and then see how many? Yes, you can do something like this with Cricut too. You can. But I just feel like with Caesar, even Caesar Leonardo, with Silhouette Studio, it's a lot easier. And with Leonardo, it is easier just to go ahead and see. Because then with Caesar, you got to, not with Cricut, you got to contour and all those things. So this software is not bad to have. You can create your own SVGs. Now let's look at, I'm going to delete this because I'm just going to upload it into Cricut Design Space. Come on, let's go. I don't need you no more. No. All right, we're going to head into, let's look at Leonardo, and then I will show you guys Leonardo. Where is Leonardo? I know I have it here. All right. So for those of you who have Romeos and Juliets and you're new to Bling, we're going to, thank you, Shay Shay. Shay Shay, I have the Modest Pink. I just haven't found me a good pink shirt that I want to use it on. All right. So here's Caesar Leonardo. And if we were to import the design in here, love, where are you at, love? Is this the right one? No, let me go to downloads because we did, is it 10.654? So I rarely ever have the templates come into Leonardo or Silhouette Studio the wrong size. Okay. Remember, I told you when you're doing this, you have to pay attention to the size. So we need to make sure we pay attention to the width and the height. In Caesar Leonardo, one thing that I like about Caesar Leonardo is that in their software, they have the name, the file name here. So here we can verify the size of the design. So this is my file name. Any file that I create, I have the size stone that it's going to be, which is SS10. And then I also have the dimensions that it should be. Okay. So you need to pay attention to that. All of that is important. Okay. So with Caesar, all you would have to do is you're going to have to ungroup it because mostly everything comes in already grouped together, even if the designer didn't group it together. And if I remove these parts, now I can see what size stones they are, what size stones they'll need. So right here, let's say I go here, I do a right click, I go down to paths, and I'm going to select break paths. Once I did that, you guys see it says that this needs 830 items. So that's 830 rhinestones, right? But if I select one of these stones, we see that that's 0.13 by 0.13. Okay. So those size, it's a correct size. All right. Now, if you're going to be cutting from Caesar, all you got to do is group all that stuff together. What I would do is I would go ahead and create a box around it. Come on, box. There's my box. Wait, hold on. I got my little share screen in the way. All right, so I'm gonna come on, square. Come on, come back. Oh, I did do it. All right, so we're gonna go here, and I'm just using those crosshairs to make sure that I don't draw the box on top of it, and then I'm just gonna go just like that. Okay. And then I'm going to go back and then I'm going to select all of that, not the bottom. And then I'm going to right click and then we're just going to go back to combine paths. So once I did that, now I created a bounding box around that part of the template so that when it cuts out with the box. Okay. Hey, Brandy. So that's how that goes. Okay. All right. So this is another, like you would just do that. And I would just create bounding boxes. If I were cutting it out with one of my Caesar cutters, I would just create bounding boxes around each of it. Now, I wasn't always a fan of these bounding boxes, but I live by them now. And then I'm just going to right click and then I would just keep doing that path, combine paths. And then now we have, you know, our templates that we can go ahead and cut out. Okay, we're going to get ready to go into Cricut. And here is Little Miss Cricut. Let me make sure Cricut is on. Yes. All right, so we're going to go to a blank canvas. I don't know what's on my canvas, but it's blank. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to get ready to import this into, hold on a second. Did I miss anything? Did we have any questions? Because I know we had a few new people that are here. So the Silhouette Studio is typically for Cameo cutters, but with the business edition, you're able to export your files out and use them with any other cutter or laser. I use the SVGs I create in Silhouette in my digitizing software. You can use it wherever. The other software that I was just in, Leonardo, that is for the Romeo and the Juliet. Those are Caesar cutters. Okay, those are the Caesar cutters. All right, so now we're going to upload that file here because we're going to be using our Cricut to cut. I'm going to select upload. Wait. Browse. I should have cut out that other one that I had because I didn't cut this one out yet either. So we're going to go here and I'm just uploading this image here. Let's turn this a bit. Yeah, Cutting Creations. Yeah, the business edition of Silhouette Studio. All right. Hi, Bridget. So here we are. So we have our, come on, StreamYard. We have our design. That's what it looks like. We're going to select upload and 10.654. So you want to make sure that you're always noting what that size is. Okay. And this is 10.654. Cricket is so funny. So funny. So it came in as 10.655, and it came in like this because I wanted it to come in how it would usually come in, very small, but it didn't. All right, so I'm just going to unlock this. I'm the one who wants it to be the exact number, but that slight deviation does not make a big difference in the cutting or brushing in of the stones. All right, so it came in pretty much as the correct size. That is the biggest thing that you're going to have to pay attention to every single time that you cut your templates. Every single time that you purchase a template from anyone, anywhere, you want to make sure that you know the size of it. Now, like I said before, you know, this weekend we did one from Creative Fabrica. The size that the designer said that it was not the correct size. The rhinestones were not the correct rhinestone size. So there are times that you're going to have to check that. Okay, I would recommend checking it every single time. Bonded Creations, we're going to get you over that hesitation. We're going to get you over that hesitation. If you got all of the material, that means that at some point you really want it to bling. So we're going to get you over it. We're going to get you over it. It's not scary, okay? So this came in. Everything is grouped together. So I'm just going to right-click and ungroup it. The next thing I'm going to do is the same thing that we did in Caesar Leonardo. We created the bounding boxes around it. We're going to do the same thing here. So I'm just going to separate this because guess what? I can't cut this all together. It has to be separated. Okay, it has to be separated based on the colors, based on these are the layers. Okay, so these need its own piece of the template. Now, this particular design, if you look over here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, but this looks like I just have 3 because of the colors. Well, these hearts, they're not attached to this word love, and that's because if anybody wanted to cut it out separately, I left it separate, okay? We're going to draw our box around it. And I'm just going to do my own little bounding box. I'm going to change this color so I can see it when I send it to the back. Of course, we're going to change it to pink. I'm going to unlock the proportions button right here just so that we can get it out good. All right, we're going to send that to the back. So that way I can kind of see it better. I'm just going to give myself a little more wiggle room right here. Maybe a little more on that side. I'm stretching out the box only, not the word love. So anytime you bring, I cannot stress this enough, anytime you bring a design in, don't ungroup it. Don't do anything to it until you check the size. And if that size is not correct, then you want to go ahead and adjust your size, okay? To whatever the designer said, the entire design needs to be that size with it all together, all right? So I'm going to select this. We're going to right click and I'm just going to select attach. Okay. If you're new to Cricut and new to blinging, like attach is probably one of my better friends. All right. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do the same thing for this word loved. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do another shape and we're going to go back to our square. I'm going to move this, move that. We're going to remove the proportions or unlock it. I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of this. Just so when I get ready to do that other one, and we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to resize this so that it goes over the entire, I thought I unlocked you, but I didn't, did I? We're going to go over the entire design right there. We're going to send that to the back, send backward, send to the back. There we go. All right, so here I'm just going to close this up just a little bit, and we're going to cut this with our maker. Let's select all of that. We're going to right click. I'm going to attach this together. And it looks like it went away, but it didn't. There's our pink. Okay. Oh, but it didn't attach. I could have sworn I clicked attach. Did I not click attach, y'all? All right. Oh, It said that it was a. It's okay. I don't know. I don't know. It said it was attached, but I was that just me or did y'all see that it was not attached? Because it looked like it wasn't attached to me, but what do I know? What do I know? So let's do our next box. And this is kind of like I do prefer boxes around y'all. Like I do prefer the bounding boxes around it because I feel like it when it's coming out, you don't have to worry about cutting anything. Everything looks pretty good. Let me see if y'all saw what it looked like it was not. All right, so I'm gonna right click and we're going to attach it. It wasn't, isn't that so weird? It was never, I knew it wasn't me. All right, thanks y'all. Because I was like, what is going on? That's so weird. Hey, Miss Diane Wilson. All right, so we're doing good. Let's go ahead and minimize this. So now we have our 3 parts, okay? Now remember before I said that we could do this in 4 parts, but I cut this together. When you get templates, sometimes you'll feel like, you know, you don't want to waste your flock because I feel like that a lot. And there's certain parts that I can consolidate and cut together to avoid using a whole piece of flock for something that may be small. That's something that I will do. All right. So everything looks good. We can get ready to head to make it. I'm not going to save the project. And then we are going to go to, we're going to cut it on the mat. With, that's another thing that you should know. With like your Cricut, you're going to have to use your mat to cut it. But if you have a Leonardo, if you have a Solo, not Leonardo, a Romeo or Juliet or Solo or my Vavor cutter, you don't need a mat to cut everything. All right. So I'm going to have to put this on 2 mats because they're all a little bit, yeah, I'm going to have to do, well, 3 mats. I thought I was going to be able to do 2 mats, but no, we're going to have to cut this out on 3 mats. So we're going to go to continue. We're going to use the medium cardstock setting. And I'm also going to change this to more pressure. For this one, because it's a little bit thicker, we're going to change it to more pressure, okay? And what size is this one? Let's see. With Cricut, I mean, I always go back and look just to make sure I have the right size. And then we're going to head over to our little Cricut machine, our little Cricut Maker 4 that's been having all these weird noises for me. I don't know what's going on with it. It sounds, lately it's been sounding a little rusty. I'm not sure what that's about, but it shouldn't be sounding that rusty because it's not, you know, it's not being used enough to be rusty. All right, we're going to bring you back, y'all. I did cut out a little piece. Let me add back to the stage. Let me make sure you guys can see. Oh, a little bit y'all can see. All right, so here's our Cricut Maker 4. All right. Hopefully y'all can see her good. All right, I'm going to move this screen because we're done with the screen for now. If you guys need, do we need to look at doing that again? Do we need to look at the software again? Let me know if we need it. If we need to look at if we need to look at bringing in another design, do y'all want to go and create a Fabrica and get a design and bring that into Silhouette? Or, I mean, we could, depending on what you guys want to do. I'm going to cut this out. We can just go straight to blinging now because I actually already have this cut out. Or we can do that if you guys want to look at designs so we can kind of get our life together. Let me see what y'all say. Y'all want to look? Y'all want to go into Cricut? I mean, create a Fabrica to find some bling designs. We could do that. All right. So I'm using a standard grit mat, but you want to make sure that it's on there. Now I'm going to be using. I have the backing on here. Okay, the backing is on here. There's some people who like to do it without the backing and they place it onto the cutting mat without a backing on it. I used to be one of those people. Okay. But then I just prefer to cut it with the backing. Okay. If you're using your Caesar Romeo and Juliet, of course, you're going to have the backing on because this is sticky underneath. So you have to have that backing on. Okay. So let's get ready to cut this one out. And then I'm just going to cut out a few more pieces of flock. And then we'll go to, uh-oh. Okay. All right, so it's going to start cutting. Let me get my little paper slicer. I hate when the even. I don't know if y'all can hear my poor little cricket. But crickets, y'all, she be sounding a little bit like she has been through. Like somebody has taken her through there. Because the way she be sounding, I'm like, girl, you haven't even used that much. Like, why are you sounding so stressed? Like, why you just, it's not a good look, cricket. It's not a good look. You gotta do better. Sounding like I've been working you hard, and I haven't. I've not been working you hard. All right, let me see what y'all say. How do I make a small design? Like, what size design are you trying to make? Oh, a design smaller. Oh, that will take a lot of time, especially if you're trying to make it a little like smaller, then you can, but you're gonna, if it's an already pre-made design, you're gonna have to remove some rhinestones. Like you're gonna have to like delete them because the rhinestones take up a certain amount of space. And you'll just have, you'll have to remove them. You'll spend some time. I mean, if that's something that you want to do, then definitely go for it. Because when it's something I want to do, I will do it. But it will take up a little bit of time. Hold on, I'm just cutting out this flock. Because I just cut that one piece and it was not straight. It was not straight at all. Even here, I think I got a little more space than I even want. But it's fine. It's going to be great. It's going to be... All right. Let me see what y'all said. Oh, for kid shirts. So I would do like for kid shirts, depending, I would do maybe like a 9.5. But this is the thing. When you're rhinestone design, that's why in my class, I always say, like, make sure you know what size shirt you're going to be putting it on when you start to design it, because it's not a simple task taking a design and trying to make it smaller. You really have to start over. Like, it has to be designed. A few times, somebody has purchased a rhinestone template from me, and they sent me a message, can I make it smaller? No. That's why I have the size of what it is, because if I make it smaller, that means I have to do it all over again. I have to do the whole thing over again. So if you take my class, I always say, make sure you keep a copy on the side, just in case you want to change the size, just in case you want to do this, just in case you want to do that, because it's not easy turning. It's going to take work. It's going to take work. You got to literally redo it. It's fucking Eve. Did it cut the same? I'm not sure when because I know Eve hadn't used. Did she use it the other night? Because I remember she said when she got it, she hadn't used it, and she came on live that day when she got it. But I don't know. Can anybody let us know? I know it's a new coral color. All right, y'all. So what are we doing next? Are we going on Creative Fabrica? Is that what you guys want to do? Do you guys want to go on Creative Fabrica and look at some templates? Sorry, y'all. I'm in the way. See, I already have it cut out. I can brush it in now, or we can go on and look at some templates. Creative Fabrica? Okay. Creative Fabrica, it'll be. So we have 2 more parts to cut out. I'll share my screen. Hold on. Let me go to my browser. We'll look at Creative Fabrica. And then come on, Creative Fabrica. And we'll find something. Oh, cancel. I'm about to leave y'all. No, not that. And not that either. Not that one either. All right, let me go create a fabric. And then I'll bring us back on the screen so we can look and see if you have a Creative Fabrica subscription. You can definitely use that subscription to get you some other bling designs. Share. I'm going to add y'all back in now. Let's go there. All right. Yes, Brandy. Yes, yes. Clearly, Canadian is so expensive now. Like when I was a kid, these weren't expensive. These are now like $3. They have zero sugar. I don't know if y'all can see that zero sugar. They have zero sugar, Clearly Canadian, and it's so good. It's so good. So, yep. Y'all know I love Publix. Publix is my spot. I love Publix. All right. So, if you are new to just crafting, new to like doing your own thing, Creative Fabrica is, and honestly, for me, my opinion, and just being a crafter and somebody who likes to make things, Creative Fabrica is going to be your best bargain outside of all of the other softwares. Now, Silhouette Studio does have, we'll look at Silhouette Studio too. Why not? Silhouette Studio does have a store, the Silhouette Studio store, and they sell designs and fonts and things like that. So we'll go back and forth. We'll look at Creative Fabrica, then we'll look at Silhouette Studio. But with Creative Fabrica, you get pretty much everything on their site right now for $4 a year. You don't have to have a Cricut All Access membership to use the Cricut stuff there. You don't have to have a Caesar Leonardo subscription to get it. This is cheaper than both of them. $3.99, and you have access to fonts. You can do different types of fonts. Let's see some of the fonts that they have. Let's just click on fonts. You have access to their fonts. These are just some fonts that they have. I guess these are some of the popular ones that they have. You have access to all of this stuff. Okay. Okay, you can download, if you have the membership, you can download that and it's yours. Okay. Look at all these different fonts. You don't have to go on Etsy to get fonts and things like that. And these all come with some sort of license. You just want to make sure you look at it and know. Then they have images. You have PNGs. Let's just click on images. So if January 1st is Thursday, you want to do your planner for the beginning of the year, guess what? Creative Fabrica has a full planner. This is a digital planner, though, that you could download. Look at this. This is so cute. Oh, this too. Y'all want to print this out real quick on our DTF print? I know we're talking about rhinestones, but now I want to print it out. Look at that. That's so cute. Oh, I love that. All right, I think I'm going to download this. Let me download it. And I'm probably going to print this out. All right, so we're supposed to be looking at rhinestone designs, y'all. Y'all got me looking at other stuff. Oh, that's so cute, too. I know I got to get my shirts ready for Valentine's Day. All right. That is super cute. Look at Meryl talking about printing. It's adorable. Marilyn, you're a hot mess. Hey, Bobby. All right, so. Oh, wow, look at this one. Y'all know I love me a good XOXO. Okay. Y'all. Download. All right, so you have access to all of this stuff on Creative Fabrica, right? Why do you need those other monthly plans? You don't. You really don't. Now, design bundles is good too, but I think design bundles is more than Creative Fabrica. I love Creative Fabrica. So you get access to images, you get access to SVGs. Look at all the different things, patterns, frames, just so many different things you have access to on Creative Fabrica. And then you also get access, if paper crafting is your thing, then guess what? Kristen, I know. Kristen, you got to remind me to turn on the heat press when I get to that third layer because, girl, it's not on yet. So you have access to paper crafts. Another thing, needlework. So embroidery designs, crochet patterns, knitting patterns. You have access to all of this stuff, all in Creative Fabrica. You don't need those other things. Laser projects you can do. You have it's so many. Oh, that's cute. Real cute. Stay on track. I hear you, Kristen. I hear you, girl. All right, so let's look for rhinestone designs. I'm still gonna print this out though. Let me set this up for print out because Marilyn. It's Marilyn's fault. She said I should print it out, but she didn't tell me which one I should print. Did she say which one I should print? I don't think so. Looks like I got all of them. Okay, let's look at the rhinestones first. All right, rhinestones. Rhinestone. Let's see what comes up here. So also, you have rhinestone fonts that people have, like that you could purchase. I just prefer to create my own text, but this is like a rhinestone font right here. Right? So Creative Fabrica is the real deal, Michelle. Yes, it's the real deal. All right, so here, okay, so we know that this isn't a rhinestone font. That's just a photo with rhinestones. But as we get over here, this is a rhinestone pattern. This is a scattered pattern that you could get. Here's another rhinestone pattern. These are fonts. This looks like just the fonts. Here's a design. All of this is a design. This is probably just, it says your text, but is that like just for fonts or what? So these are just some of the rhinestone designs that they have here on Creative Fabrica. I've found some good things on here. Not that I use much stuff on here, but I've seen when I do classes, I like to show people just some of the design sets on here and how they can just double check and make sure that it'll fit. This looks like a bundle. So if you are new and you're looking at getting into rhinestoning, this isn't a place where you can find some rhinestone designs that you can possibly cut out and try them out. You know, they have the few. Let's see if I see one that I want to. I don't want to cut it out, but oh, girl, not the finger in the air. Oh. So let's see. Let's see if they. Oh, they have some more. They have quite a few. They have a lot, actually. So when I first started, they didn't have many. Listen, I'm telling you, Rachel, I told you, somebody done took her through there. Somebody, because it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Thanks, Jess. It was Marilyn told me to cut it, so I gotta cut it now. But look at this. They have like some patterns here. This is so cute stuff. This is cute, actually. I actually like this. It's cute. So depending on what you're going to be doing, what you know, you can go here and find some really nice patterns, some really nice rhinestone designs. Okay. Let's see if I can find a good Valentine. Let's see about rhinestone Valentine. When I use this computer, my fingers think that it's still on my Mac. Latasha, I'm telling you, you're ready. You are ready. Now, I was just trying to see if they had any bling. Look at this with these little hearts. That's not a rhinestone design. No, that would have been a cute rhinestone design, though. Get my Valentine. Nope. I don't see many just templates. Okay, they have some up here. Let's look at this one. So this one says that it is an SS10 design. And let's look at it. So this is what you're looking at when you're here. So you're going to look at the size of the design. So this says that minus this, it says that it's 9 inches or so. So it's, I guess it's 9.3 inches by 9.2 inches. That's what it's supposed to be. And it's an SS10 design. Okay. Looks very, very simple. So the file that says that this is a 10 by 10. But here it says that I guess the design is 9 inches. So we'll see. All right, so let's download it. We're going to download. And let's open it up. So here's the SVG. I'm going to bring this SVG over here. I'm just going to put it in downloads. Let me make sure it's there. It's there. So let me go ahead and open up this too, y'all, since we're here. Let me put this in download to yarn crochet. Yeah, we're gonna open this because I have to. Because these were so cute. All right, let's get ready. All right, so we already downloaded this, but this is Creative Fabrica. For those of you who have never seen it before, if you're new, this is going to be your go-to spot. You can pretty much type in anything and find something that you can use. Okay, so let's go into. Before we go there, y'all, I gotta do this. Isn't this one cute too, y'all? All right. Let's see if this cut it. I don't know. I can't really tell good, but we're going to see. Hold on. Let me make you guys. I'm going to make us bigger now. So look. So let's see if this cut it out good. I did do medium cardstock, didn't I? It don't look like it cut it out good. So we may go to the second one. I'll cut it out fine. I just have this side, maybe because I was hesitating a little bit. So I cut it out pretty good. Just this side, and I think because I like hesitated. So I usually do like a quick peel. Like I usually like rip it off, right? So we're gonna do the next one. This isn't bad. We got a few little spots that I need to take out, but it's okay. That's what we have left on our paper, on our backing. So now we're gonna put the other one on there. And then when we start cutting the third one, then we'll get ready we'll start brushing in the other one. I'll turn on the press. We'll start brushing in the other. And then we're going to give this away. So we're going to give the template away. And if you're new, just tell me you're new and I'll include some stones for you to use with it too. You know what? I'll just do it. If you're new, just tell me. I'll include a brush too. I think this one's a good size. Let me just make sure that I have the right size for it. Let me make sure. Do I? I hope I do. And we'll do another one. You can peel faster. Sometimes it depends on for me, it usually depends on the. Yo, did I close out a Cricut? I must have closed out a Cricut, y'all. That was so silly. Did I close out a Cricut? Because the other part is not like, it's not even on the screen anymore. That was so silly. All right, give me a minute, y'all. Let me figure out this life I live. Because, honey, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. All right, we did. I think that was the biggest part, though, right there. Cricut is not acting right. Don't know what's happening with it, but it's gonna be fine. All right, let's go. All right. We're getting ready to cut the other part, and then we're gonna look at the other thing. I'm gonna print out. Hopefully, it prints out fine. I'm not even gonna do a print head cleaning, Marilyn. I'm not even gonna do a print head cleaning. All right, let's go. All right. I'm coming, y'all. I had to attach the file again. I don't know what happened to it, but it went away. So it went away. Okay, let's go. All right, girl. Get yourself right. Get yourself right. So do you guys have anything planned for New Year's? Like, what do you have planned for the day? Marilyn and I will be on tomorrow for afternoon. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing, but we'll be on for a little bit. Marilyn, what time are we coming on? At 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? I think, because, I forgot. All right, we're attaching. All right, we're gonna make this now. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why it kind of went away. It's so weird. And of course, I never saved any of my Cricut projects. All right, we ready. 2 p.m. Eastern time. And working on quote blocks. I love that question mark because who knows, right? Who knows? Because, honey, I don't know. Not the. Try again. And now it says it's not connected. Let me turn it off and back on again. I'm telling y'all, I don't know. This Cricut just. I don't know. Yeah. She got a lot going on with her little self. She trying her hardest, but she got a lot going on. She connecting y'all, but yeah. She not doing too good for herself right now. I don't know what she got going on, but it's not a good thing. Oh, Cricket. And then we got the blue light. I don't want to turn it off and on again. Let me go back. Let me see. Cricket. Yeah. Maybe that's why it did it off because now the connection's not there. And I got to give it away because I already said I was going to give this file away, this design away. So I got to do it. Oh, it's good. You've been real busy then. You say they haven't opened up their gifts here. Let's turn it off and on again. Let's see if that helps. Roland, it's like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe, I don't know. Nope. Kristen, let me go turn the heat press on. See, it does a weird thing. I'm going to turn the heat press on because we don't really need to cut it, but I want to cut it so I can give it away. And I don't know what, I don't even know what color stones I'm going to use with it. Hold on. Let's see. It's Andrea's birthday. Happy birthday, Andrea. Let's see if we can get it started. While that's going, I'm going to get our computer, our table together. If I can, real quick. Cancel. No. This is the worst, y'all. You think a hard press will get it back working? She's having a very, very, very hard time. Only other thing that I could do is connect her with the USB to my computer, but I don't have I do have one. Let's see if we get her. I'll make her. Let's see if I cancel this out. Girl. You gotta do better. Every single time I give you your time to shine, this is what happens. I don't know why. I don't know what your problem is. Girl, you gotta do better. You gotta do better with yourself. We will get it right, y'all. We don't get it right. Camera back. Done. Mute. Stop cam. All right. So let me see if I could get her back connected. If not, I am probably going to have to hardwire her. And that's what it looks like I'm gonna have to do. Oh, Montana? Kristen, Montana. Okay. Montana's not that bad. Cricket, girl, Cricket is not cricketing. It's fine. I'll still give away the template. I'll just have to, if she don't act right, then I'll just have to cut it out with something else. But my Maker 4 should not be acting up like this. It shouldn't. I'm a little bit worried about her. It's not connecting, but I'm also trying to connect it wireless. I'm the one who never uses machines with wires attached because I like to be in one place and, but I may have to put the attachment on. I don't want to, but this doesn't take long to cut. Awesome, Eileen. Hey, Evie. Evie said that we're sewing on Friday night for date night. Date night is Friday night. Evie said that we're sewing on Friday, but girl, Evie, what are we gonna make? This is the worst. Let me grab a cord. Pretty sure I should have one over here somewhere. I think. Oh, that doesn't look like a cord for a cricket. Or is it? I don't use the cord so much. I don't even know what the cord should look like, y'all. Maybe this is it. Just because I want to get it cut. Crickets from literally. Look, I have these cords in the back. I don't use the cords, y'all. I'm gonna have to move the computer over on this side too, which is fine because then that way I can set up for brushing in of stones. This is the worst. Oh, Cricket. You're still my girl, though. You gotta do better. Let me make sure this one. You gotta do better, Cricket. It's not a good one. I be trying to ride with you, but you make it hard. You're making it really hard, Cricket. Let's hope that this cord works good with it. Let's see. All right. Yep. It picked it up. It's just the wireless that's not working. Oh, Cricket. Let's make sure it's connected. We'll go ahead and we'll do it. No, it's the machine. Because now, even with the wireless connection, with the cord in, it still says connection failed. Let me show y'all, because I know y'all gonna think I'm being crazy and over dramatic, but I'm not. Let me add to the screen. Go back. So if you look here, every single time, I'm gonna get out of this one too. Even the USB, y'all. So this is the wired connection, and it still says connection failed. And then when I go to wireless connection, connection failed. So it's the machine. Okay, now it says connected. Oh. They gotta do better. I tried to give you your chance. I tried my hardest. Let me turn it off and on again. I'll turn it off and on again and see what happened to her. But this is crazy. Ooh. That did not work. All right, Cricket 4. Let me get the Cricket. Let me get the other one. Since we're here, we might as well get it done. Cricket, I cannot understand. Let me see which other one I can grab. Let's get the 3. You gotta go at time out. All right. All right, so we're gonna go with the 3. Let's see. And if the 3 doesn't work, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull out the original one. But maybe we'll go to the Explorer. I think I took the original to the school with me. I think. Okay, let's see. If this one doesn't work, then guess what? It's not the machine. It's me. Let's see. So now we have this is the Maker 3. So let's see how the Maker 3 does. See, the Maker 3 even sounds a lot smoother. Let's go, Maker 3. Maker 3, are you here? Let's see if she's connected. Come on, honey. Come on. Yep, Maker 3 is connected. Y'all see her? Let's click make. So we just have these last two. And then on Matt, confirm. All right, let's go. Oh, continue. And we're gonna do, what did I use last time here? Medium cardstock. I'm gonna go with heavy pressure again. I probably don't really need more pressure, but we're gonna go with it. All right, so let's go. Oh, honey. It's too much. All right, so we're supposed to be, oh, I was supposed to be printing something, y'all. That's what I was supposed to be doing. Let me see. Marilyn told me to print. I mean, I should have probably cleaned the blade off, but it's fine. Who needs a clean blade? Which one did we like better? The yarn. Let's see this one. I like that one, but not that much. Oh, did it? Oh, y'all. That's forever for it to even start. That's cute, but I'm gonna change the page because I think I'm on the other. I know we don't went from Bling into. I'm stressed out now, y'all. Oh, it's not. Oh, I'm not even gonna be able to. Yes, I can. I can. Let me not say I'm not gonna be able to. I'm just gonna turn the computer back the other way. So I can connect it. So with this printer, I gotta have it hardwired. That looks good. All right. Let me bring in another. And then we're gonna head into Studio. This one. Oh, this is the one that I like. That's super cute. And with some jeans, y'all, that would be super adorable. Even though I'm getting with a lot of space here. Getting a lot of space. She's cutting. Let's go. All right. All right. What size is this now? About 9 inches wide. Oh, that's cute. It's gonna be really long. That's like 10 3/4 inches long, but it's fine. Make it a little bit bigger. Could go be huge on my shirt. All right, let's see. Rip. Oh, I got connected. Hold on, y'all. We're coming. We're coming. And then I have the heat press on. I'm gonna move this camera because Cricket does not deserve to be on camera right now. Well, Cricket the 3 is okay, but Cricket 3 is out. Alfie is fine. What what the problem is, but whew. Marilyn, I should do a print head cleaning, but I'm not. We're just gonna go ahead and print it, and then we'll head into our other software. All right. Did I get a shirt? I gotta see what my shirt is. I think I have a black shirt. I think. All right. So we're printing. All right, let's head into. All right, so let's bring that file that we just got from Creative Fabrica. Let's bring that here. We're gonna file, merge. And we're going to do, was it this one? Y'all, SVG one? All right, so this is the file that we got from off of Creative Fabric. So I moved it over because it looked like we didn't have, this is what it looked like. So that's why I just kind of did a whole little, like, let me grab the whole page and bring it over so that we can see the file. So this is the file. It came in pretty much exactly as what the designer said that it was going to be. 9.033. He said 9.03 by 9.02. So let's just go back here and look at it again. So the stone size is 10, and this is the size that it should be. Okay. So when we went into Silhouette Studio, this one came in, looks like it kind of came in perfect, right? Let me change our mat size to 12 by 12. So I'm going to, so that we can see this better, it's just, let me see if I ungroup. So we can ungroup it. So when I ungroup, so when I ungrouped it, all of those, and they're not the 0.13. They're 0.119 if you look at it. Okay, so the size was correct. Let me undo it. The size is correct based off of what the designer said, right? 9.3 by 9.2. However, something is not right because the size of these stones are not the correct size. So if I make it a little bit larger so we can see, if I click onto this dot, it says 0.119 by 0.119. So this is a design. I thought it was going to be perfect. I thought it was going to be good. This is a design that we would have to go ahead and change those hole sizes because the rhinestones won't rush in. That's why it's important to know the size of the stone, because when you get a design, you cut it out. Most people would say, okay, he said that it was 9.3 by 9.2, and it came in as that size. However, the stones still aren't the same size. That's why I do recommend checking your hole sizes, the stone sizes, before you even cut. Okay. Another thing with this particular design, when he brought it in, there's another one. I don't know. At the maker. Let me close out of here. You want to cancel the cut. Cancel. Let me just leave this alone. So if we go here, let's bring that other design in. All right. I'm going to go to upload. And we're going to upload the one that we just downloaded. So if you notice, this one came in, you guys see how it says, wow, that's super large. That's huge, right? Well, I'm saying 0.013, Katrina, 0.013. It's 0.013. So 0.13, 0.013. 0.13, 0.013. Maybe it's 0.13. It's 0.13, not 0.013. It's 0.13. Don't pay me any attention right now at this point. So we're going to click continue. Upload. The size for the SS10 stone, you want it to be at least 0.13. It can be like 0.135, 0.136, but you don't want it to be smaller than 0.13, because what will happen is that you won't be able to brush your stones in if it gets smaller than that, especially if you have a whole bunch of SS10 rhinestones. Now, when you look at this, this is the size that he said, 9.03 by 9.02. So if we go back here and look at his design, that's what he says that it should be, right? 902, that does say 903. Okay. But when we upload into Cricut and when we upload into Silhouette Studio, that whole size is not correct. So when you look at this, you see, okay, well, that may be perfect, but it's not. You still need to check it out. Now, another thing that they did is all of these holes are not together. So that's why Cricut thinks that it's huge, because there's thousands of holes, or maybe hundreds. He got this, maybe like a good 1,000 stones, if that much. All of those stones are separated. So in Cricut, it's not, in some softwares, it works for some softwares, but in softwares like Cricut, it needs to come in all together based on the color. So that's a problem. Yep. So on this one, it says SS10. See, stone size SS10. That's what he said. Hey, Miss Eccleston Ames. That's what he says, right? But it's not. It's just it didn't come in right. So because this came in separated like this, like everything is separate. So now if you look, instead of 0.13, it's 0.12. See, all of these stones, all of those, like that's why it comes in. So they didn't attach any of these stones. So right now, for anybody needing to cut this may be a difficult cut. Let's see if we can flip it by material colors. Now it's clicking up. Okay, here. Bring this. So if we click onto the material colors, let's see if we can click here. That's not even letting me click, just like to group all of that together. Hold on, let me see. Let's see if I can. No, that didn't even let me. So the way that they have this is just rhinestones all over the place, which is not really necessarily a good thing for Cricut. So that's why I would suggest having a software like Silhouette Studio, because even though he has them all like all over the place, in Silhouette Studio, you won't have that problem. So let's say if I select all of these, right? Because he didn't make it into a compound path. I'm going to bring this over here on the map, on the canvas. We're going to group it together ourselves, but the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the size of those stones so that it can be a SS10 design. So we're going to select by fill. I'm going to select all the white stones, and then we're going to right click, and then I'm just going to group those together. No, I don't want to group those together. I'm going to change the color of those first. So let's change it to black so we can see it. All right. So now I'm going to select all of that, the entire design, and we're going to head back over to that transform panel that I showed you guys earlier. And then we're going to go to the scale function here. Once we get the scale function, yep, you'll just get a line of circles. Yep. The width is going to be 0.13, because as you see, this is telling me like what size those stones are. They're too small by 0.13. Okay. So now we just changed the hole size of these stones. We clicked apply. The stones are the right size now. All of those stones say here that it's 0.13 by 0.13. And we changed them all at once. The only thing is that when you're doing something like this, you want to make sure that, you know, you have enough space to be able to do that. All right. None of these stones are touching. So it's like earlier, when Boyd Apparel was asking about like changing the size for a kit design. Can you shrink things and make it smaller? You can. However, it depends on how much space is in between the stones. And if you are willing to go down a stone size, like SS6, then you would be able to kind of shrink it a little bit and change those hole sizes to SS6. But there's a lot of, you know, just starting out, I wouldn't suggest doing that. Just, you know, learn the process first. So as I look, when I change that hole size, like I have this, those two look to be touching a little bit. So I'm going to move that down a little bit because I don't really want them to touch. If you have touching rhinestones and they're the same color, they're going to cause holes in your flock. All right. They're going to cause holes in your flock. So I'm just moving them just a little bit. But all of these holes, if you look, 0.13 by 0.13, 0.13 by 0.13. Okay. The only thing that I would do left is just group these by color. So I'm just going to go back over to our select by color panel, open that up. We're going to select all the black stones. I'm going to right click. I'll group it together and then I'll make it into a compound path. compound path, and then I'm going to change the color to make it transparent. We're going to move the outline. I'm going to go here and head to the red. We're going to right click. I'm going to group that together and make that into a compound path. And we're going to turn that back red again. All right. So now once we do that, so that you guys can kind of have an idea of what making something into a compound path does, we're going to head back over into Cricut. All right. So now we have this all saved. This is all good. I'm going to select this. I'm going to save it. Now, if you look at this size says 9.044 inches wide by 9.036 inches high. So I'm just going to go up here. We're going to do the save as. I don't think I have anything else on the screen. And I'm just going to say happy V-Day. Now, because I have Silhouette Studio, the business edition, I can change this to SVG. All right. So I'm just to remind me, I'm just going to put SS10 here in the file name. And then I'm also going to put the size 9.044 inches wide. 9.044 inches wide by 9.036 inches high. And this is where I'm getting our width and height. And we're going to select OK. All right, so now let's head back over into Cricut. That's taking a long time for that to put that little piece. Did I put the right thing? Yeah, I don't know if I put the right thing. I hope I did. It don't look like I cut the right thing. Yeah. I didn't cut the right thing. That's a shame. First it was the Cricut and then it was who? Y'all, me. Oh, help me. I think it started cutting the other project. All right, let's go back to uploads. Let's upload that file. That was the first one. So remember that first one that came in was all over the place, right? So here we are. This is the second one that we saved. And we got it. It's going to upload. I got to do this again. Because of course, y'all, I did not. Maybe I cut the right one and maybe I just didn't cut enough. I think I didn't cut enough. It's going to be fine. We're going to use this too. I'll give whoever. Did I click upload? Did I upload the wrong? Oh, here. Okay, so here's this one. All right, so now we have the design that we just did. If we expand it, now we see we only have two groups based on the color. Okay, so that's the difference of making something into a compound path. And then now when we look at the size, 9.043 by 9.035, almost the exact size. Here is 9.044 by 9.036. Can you get away with that? Yes, you can. Oh, this one don't look like it cut it good at all, y'all. That medium cardstock on this one didn't work. So let's compare the two. I mean, it cut it out. If I put it on my table out there, I'm pretty sure that they'll pop out. But so this one was cut with medium cardstock, more pressure with the Cricut Maker 3. This one was with the Cricut Maker 4, medium cardstock, more pressure. Look at the difference. One cut, the holes cut out pretty decent. The other one, not so much. Hold on. I'm going to make me bigger so you guys can see. Let me remove Craftable Desk for now. So remember how I said, so everybody can give you all of their different settings. You can, because I see a lot of people, what setting did you use? What setting did you, every setting for every machine can be different. Same brand machine, the Cricut Maker 4 it's basically the same thing almost to me, like the Cricut Maker 3. The Cricut Maker 4, medium cardstock with more pressure, cut out majority of the stones. The Cricut Maker 3, medium cardstock, more pressure. Those stones. Now I see where those stones can pop out. Those stones can pop out. Like I can take the stones out. But as far as leaving anything on that paper, on the backing, nothing. Nothing. Okay. So you have to make sure you want to do test cuts. This is this is the first time that I'm using this flock with the Cricut Maker. And see, I got right down to the bottom on this one. Like this barely made it. But this is the first time that I'm using the Cricut Maker 3 with this particular flock. And that's what we got. Okay. Let me see for this other. I'm gonna open up. Let me see if this other one. Make sure I have enough space for it. It looks like it's good at 6, but I don't know. It looks like it's right there at the 6, so we'll see. It's not quite at the 7-inch mark, but we'll see. I'm gonna go with it because I already cut this flock out, and I don't like to recut the flock out. So, and I'm gonna change this one to heavy cardstock for this one because the medium didn't work. We're gonna do heavy cardstock, and let's see if that works. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. All we can do is test it out, and we're gonna get ready to cut. I mean brush. All right, let's see. What's wrong with scale? All right, let's go. Let's see. Do y'all think I should do heavy cards? I did heavy card stuff, but do y'all think I should do more pressure or just enough pressure? All right, what else do we need to look at? Maybe. I mean, it would need cleaning if I used it. if I used it. I mean, y'all, I don't use my Cricuts often. I don't use them often. So I don't know. I have my little ball here. Let me do the ball. Let me see if that'll help clean, but I'm still going to go with heavy cardstock. Let me see. And this is just kind of cleaning it off. It's not sharpening it. We don't really sharpen it. Just kind of clean it a bit. Okay, we're going to go with heavy cardstock. This flock changed. Like I told you guys earlier, like it used to be a lot thinner than this, and medium cardstock did work on this before, but not with that. It's just a lot thicker. Me too. I cut on medium cardstock with every Cricut I have. It's the first time I'm using heavy cardstock on this. But you need to make sure that you check your pressure. Like you do test cuts and all that stuff. When somebody tells you like, oh, I use X, Y, and Z, that's good. Because sometimes that could be a starting place for you of where you can start. But y'all, okay, our bread is done. Let's see how cute. Oh, y'all, this is so cute. Hold on, I gotta show y'all this, and we're gonna start blinging since this is the last part. That's the last part. Y'all, look how pretty. I'm gonna put this on a shirt, y'all. That is so pretty. Wow. My shirt just says sweater weather. That is so pretty. I love this. Meryl, I'm so happy you made me print this out. It's so cute. I didn't do a print head clean. I probably should have, but it looks good. It came out good. I'll finish it tonight. I did print out that other one. Remember that the one that was on my screen before? I like that one way better. But this is when I printed out yesterday. It has powder on the back, but I didn't cure it yet. That one is so pretty. All right. So so it does 2 passes when it does heavy cardstock? Uh-uh. I think this is a disaster. It does 2 passes when doing heavy cardstock? Why? Does it need to do 2 passes? All right. So I think we're done on the computer, right? So whenever this is, yeah, no, that's too much pressure. No. Heavy cardstock is too much pressure. And I know that because the holes are lifting up, it's too much pressure for this one too. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's get ready to brush in some film. What color should I use, y'all? What color should I use? I never have to do 2 passes with it. Ever. But this heavy cardstock, it like lifts. I don't even want to finish it. Let me see. I'm gonna show y'all because it doesn't make any sense because it's gonna drive me crazy. So hold on, let me bring this one over. Camera, come on, camera. All right, so this is what we're gonna be brushing in now. That. Let me bring y'all over. Let me make me smaller. Let me remove that from the screen. I'm gonna make me smaller. I'm gonna add the table. Come on, girl. Anyways, all right. Okay. All right. So you see what the heavy cardstock was doing? And that's just regular heavy cardstock. Like I didn't do any more pressure or anything like that. So you don't really want this because it causes a mess too. And so let me see if it was cutting the back of it too. And you don't really want that. So I don't know. That's not. So you see, even peeling out, it cut, but So that's why I'm like, I just couldn't keep going with it. It's just not. So no, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do. I prefer to just do medium cardstock. I usually just put it on my table out there, my little adjustable table, and cut like that. Cause honey, that you don't want that. You do not want it like that. So that's why, like for anybody who's new, when you're just starting out, go ahead and test it out. I know for me, testing out just feels like a waste of time, but trust me, you don't want to waste time having to redo it again. Just go ahead and spend those 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or whatever, testing out your flock. And with the changes, like how the flock has been changing now, don't just assume that your old settings that you used before that's going to work. Don't, because it's not. It might, but don't just assume that it's going to work. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to cut it out because we're giving this away. We're going to give away the template. I might cut out 2 templates and do 2 giveaways and send you some. If you're new, you got to tell me you're new because then I'll send you like a brush, a wax pen, and some stones. You just got to have a heat press. So if you don't have a heat press, you're not going to be able to do it. All right. I'm going to change this to, what did I say, medium? We're going to go back to medium part stuff. Let's go for it. All right. All right, that's some more cutting. I have to make sure that I'm cutting the right thing. All right, what color do we want to go with? I don't know, y'all. Let me go see. Let me look over here and see what color I want. Because this isn't going to take long. Let me not say this isn't going to take long, because y'all know I say that, and then guess what happens? It takes long. It takes like super long then. I say, oh, no, it's not going to take long. And then it takes very long. So let me not even say it. All right, so for that little shadow layer, I think I'm going to go with... I know somebody's going to say, oh, you keep using magenta. You keep using magenta. So I'm not going to use magenta. We'll use, of course, Icy Crystal AB, because I got to use Icy Crystal AB. Maybe I'll do red. How about y'all want to do Icy Crimson in the middle? Let's do Icy Crimson in the middle. And do I want to do Jet Black? Let's do Jet Black. I know what I got the colors that I'm going to use right here. I'm thinking that maybe I want to do Orange Dorado, but this is going to be very easy. So once you're done cutting your design, this is what it looks like. So we have 3 different parts, okay? This part, this, and this. I place my, once my template's done cutting, I'll get a piece of like this flexible cutting mat. You can get this from the Dollar Tree. You can get it from Amazon. Evie has some in her store, the Baby's Booty. You can get that here. Something to like more pressure. Yeah, you can select more pressure. I think I just forgot to select more. I just changed it to medium cardstock with 1 pass, but you can change it to say more pressure and less pressure. Yep. Good night, Mylene. Yes. I love Icy Crimson. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. All right, y'all. Let's brush in this love design. Y'all real close today. All right, so this is just going to be like that little, and it's not even really a shadow, honestly. Like I don't have to make it like a shadowy look, but that's what we're gonna do. We'll make it a shadowy look. All right, let's go ahead, brush. This should not even take us long to brush it in. I think I even have some oh, but let's address this before we keep going. So for anybody new, like you have to peel out all of those little dots. Okay? That would cause you to want to quit rhinestoning. But guess what? You only have to do this one time for this template, and then you'll be able to use this template over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? So this is not like a one and done situation. Like if you were to get HCD, you can only use that once for that one shirt, right? When you cut it out, that's it. But with rhinestones like this, with this template, you can use this over and over and over again. That's why I like to use the flexible cutting mat, because then you don't have to, worry. You can just store this wherever and pull it out when you need it. The mic is muted. Hey, Barb. Keep going. So for anybody new, test out those settings. There is one in there that says like flock paper, a flock paper setting. But to be honest, I've never used that for rhinestones. I've heard some people say that they were able to use it for rhinestones and it worked good for them. I have never tried to use it before. So I can't really say, oh yeah, that works good for me or whatever. I can't really say that. God. This one doesn't even seem that difficult. Seems fairly simple. Brushing. And And these stones, once you brush in these stones, y'all, I'm just seeing some questions that I've heard, like people have left under some of my videos or some of my um reels, because I have been posting like a lot of bling reels, and there's been a lot of people with a lot of questions. So these rhinestones, you can like, these are, I'm going to use these. I'm going to put these back into the container. Just because I poured them out doesn't mean that, I can't use them. I didn't even tell you guys what this is. And this is an edge brush. This came from the Baby's Booties website. You can get these from her website. You can get from Amazon. You can get from your local hardware store. Okay? It's just a painter's edge brush that we're using to brush in the stone. Evie also has some of these, a smoother, like a softer brush feel. I like these for the SS6 stones, and I like these for the SS10 stones. All right, so and you just brush it like that. Now, I do put a lot of rhinestones on my templates when I'm brushing in, because that just makes it easier for those rhinestones to fall into place. When you don't put a lot, I do find it's a little bit more tedious trying to get it to go into the holes. I do recommend putting a nice amount of stones on top. Okay. One thing that we didn't need just yet is this wax pin. And so if you've ever done flatback rhinestones, you know that you can use these for flatback stone projects, but you also can use these for your Hotfix projects and making sure that your rhinestones, if you had a few missing rhinestones, you can actually put them into place. Okay. Let me grab, oh, here it is, right here. I think this is going to be large enough. Let's hope. Mayonnaise and cake? What is mayonnaise and cake? Like sour cream? I don't know. I never. All right, let's go ahead now. This looks like it can fit, but we're going to see when I put it down. It doesn't fit. But guess what? That's fine. So what I just placed on there is transfer tape. And this is called Hotfix transfer tape. Now, Hotfix transfer tape, this can withstand the heat, okay, of your heat press. So you want to make sure that you use Hotfix and not just regular vinyl transfer tape. You want to make sure it's Hotfix. This part, when I was first starting out with rhinestones, this was the part that gave me the most drama. The most drama. Oh, Miss Jazzy G, I don't know. Okay, so I see on this shirt, I'll bring it over. I think I know. I think I know. I think we're gonna look at it. I think I know. I think. We'll see. We'll see if I'm good. We'll see if Evie can tell us what color these stones are. And now I kind of want to get another. Now I don't want to use my icy crystal AB. I want to get my silver crystal. Now I want to use the silver crystal. So I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna get the silver crystal. The silver crystal. So we're going to use silver crystal for this outline. I was going to use icy crystal AB, but we're going to do silver crystal, like a nice solid color. But this is a metal light. That's a metal light. And then this is the icy crystal AB, which has become one of my favorites. See this more, a little more colorful. Hey, Josie Blue. Anybody who has StreamYard, y'all see that StreamYard has been merged with their parent company or something to that effect. The changes. All right, so we're just gonna do icy crystal, not icy crystal. We're gonna do silver crystal, and this is a metal-like stone, y'all. It is one of the most prettiest stones I've had the pleasure of brushing in. I love icy crystal, not icy, silver crystal. I may put a little bit more. So these stones have like a flatter top. The top of them are flatter. So I got it just in case some don't fall in right. I can show you guys how to use the wax. I'm gonna brush this in. If you size your designs correctly as they suggest, you won't have you'll be fine. You'll be able to brush them in and check. I mean, as y'all see, checking the size sometimes doesn't even matter. So you do need to check the stone size. If you're getting stuff from off of Creative Fabrica, definitely. But anyway, the designs that are sold on Creative Fabrica are sold elsewhere as well. Okay. It looks good. I think I'm gonna like it with the silver crystal. Did y'all see that purse that Evie made the other night, and that Josephine and Rachel made? Josie made a template for like a like a sewing pattern kind of, but she made a template for a mini purse, and it looks really good. Really good. Evie showed it too on Sunday night. It's in her Etsy shop. Nisha 9. All right, y'all. So this is kind of how you get it to go in a lot faster by just kind of like brushing it in like that, little oval. I got y'all so close tonight. All right, let's see how this one fared, guys. Let's see how this one fared. And then we'll do a giveaway. What time is it? We've been over 2 hours. It's fine. I don't have work tomorrow. Okay, let me move that. I was going to move it out of the way. But I have one here. I think y'all see that. All right, so right here, and it's another thing that I did not say to do, but I'm going to show you guys in a second. So you see like one of these stones are missing. So you're going to get your wax pen, and with your wax pen with this side, you're just going to pick up the stone from its face. From its face, and then you just place it into the hole. Okay, and then Evie taught us this. It's just like lightly run your hand over your design to make sure you don't have any overlapping rhinestones or any extras that shouldn't be in there. And that looks pretty good. All right. So let's put these back, and we're going to replace these. I don't want to put it in the wrong container. Yes, no work. I'm so excited. Well, this is my last week of no work, and then I'll be back there on Monday. The kids will be back on Tuesday, but we have like a teacher planning day. I was at the school yesterday embroidering some stuff. Yesterday at the school. All right, let me grab another piece of transfer tape. I think my transfer tape I have. I may have to get a bigger piece. Here I am about to push it again, y'all. Like it looks like it's gonna be fine, but is it gonna be fine? I don't know. All right. I don't think so, but Oh, we did it. I just kind of tilted it to the side. All right, so this is something that you need to probably pay attention to because you don't want to get, a design or get to pressing and you realize, hey, all of my stones didn't stick. Uh-oh. So sometimes I like to do this part slow because sometimes you will get stones that are stubborn, and they'll stay in that hole. So you just gotta help them out sometimes. Uh-oh. I'm about to make a mess. All right, so the one thing that I like to do that I want to talk to you guys about is looking at the back of your design. So once you brush them in and you lift them off with the Hotfix tape. Am I missing a stone? Look, I'm missing a stone right there. You get them onto the Hotfix transfer tape. You want to look at the back of your design, and I'm just putting that back in place just to make sure like it looks good, that there's no stones that don't have like a coating on the back, because when the stone has a coating on the back, it almost looks like a tire track, and it's noticeable. So I'm going to try to bring it up close. Maybe y'all can't see it up close. No, it's my hand's too close. You see my veins, but it looks like it's some like tire tracks on it. That's what you want to look at and look for on the back of your stones. If you're looking at it and you're like, hey, one looks odd or one looks shiny, the back looks shiny, it should never look shiny, then you may need to replace that stone and put another one on there with Hotfix adhesive on the back. All right. So we're going to just put this here just like this. All right, so now we're going to brush in the last part. This is a 3-part design. For a beginner, it may not be ideal for you, but I'm just letting you know there's a lot of people here who started out doing 3 and 4 layer designs, and they didn't start with just a 1-layer design. So it's up to you and what you're comfortable with trying. All right, so that's Icy Crimson, and we're just going to brush this in, and this is the last part of the design. I need to make sure I have my shirt. All right, let's see. Let's go, y'all. I will have them. Okay, there. I thought, yeah, no. Okay, that worked out good. Okay. All right, let's brush this one. This is one quick. This Icy Crimson is so pretty. I think it's going to look really good with that silver crystal. I kind of want, because with the crystal AB, okay, so another thing we need to discuss, especially if you're new to rhinestones altogether, when you're picking your colors. So if you go on Evie's site, you'll see that she has a color that says cyan that looks like it's red, right? But it's not necessarily called cyan. That's not the name of it. It's not necessarily called red, but that's what color it is. Well, you'll also see on her site where she has cyan AB or light cyan AB. And it looks red, but then it also looks a lot of different colors. If you get any stones that says AB on them, or if you're looking at it and you're thinking that they're a solid color, they are not solid colors. Okay? Those stones are like, they reflect multiple colors. They reflect multiple colors. So if you want a solid color stone, don't get anything that has AB at the end. I'm trying to think what other colors are like that, guys, so that people would know, like, if you want a solid, but if you want a color that's gonna, that has all the pizzazz, then AB stones is where it's at. But if you need solid colors, like this is like a solid red, I'm kind of feeling like I'm missing a stone right there. I didn't, yep. See, I didn't read that one out, and I can kind of tell. And I can only probably tell it because I'm the one who made the design, so I could tell. But I need to just put a stone there. I didn't read that one out. Oh, we didn't even. I need to check and see if that other one, if it cut out pretty good. Come on, flip over for me. I didn't want to touch it with that. Come on. Come on. This is why you take out multiple at a time. All right, there we go. Okay. That's a wax pen. So this pen, it's a wax pen. It has wax on this side, and then this side just has like a little bar. And this is for when you're doing flat back projects. This is good for flat back projects so you can pick your stones up and place them on the cups or whatever you're going to be doing. But it also works good for Hotfix stones because you saw, like, I had to place one in there individually, and it just helps you to be able to do that. That's what that's used for. It's called a Hotfix. Oh, well, it's called a wax pen. Okay, let's hope that I have this one good, y'all. But you can kind of fold it up like that. I don't have, this is not enough, but we're about to try to make it enough. So you can fold it up like that, hold on to it, because the other day I was pressing a design, and guess what, y'all? It slipped out of my hand. That's the worst thing ever. Well, yeah. So that part can be a little bit tricky. Try lifting it up, like try doing it like a taco. And you're going to get another thing for anybody who's going to be getting into stones. You're going to get these flock dots everywhere. They're going to be everywhere, unfortunately. No, I designed the templates using Silhouette, mostly Silhouette, but I cut them out with, like tonight we cut it out with the Cricut. I cut it out with my Romeo, which I told everybody earlier that I was having an issue with the Romeo, and it was the same problem that I had before. So if you guys were here before, y'all know the problem that I had with it. But before I blamed the machine, I thought that it was the new flock that I was using, but it was not the new flock at all. It was 100%. I missed. It was 100% the machine. So let's see how this other one cut out. So we're gonna get ready to press it. I just gotta grab a shirt. But let's see how this cut out. Let's see if this did any better. I did medium cardstock again, and then I kind of cleaned it like Mylene said, but let's see if I see it. No, I don't see. Nope, it didn't. It still did the same thing. So, and that was with medium and more. Let me see if I could take this off. I haven't done this in a while with this one, but I'm going to see if I can peel it from the back. If I can peel it from the backing, that would be good. You used to could do this with the pink flock, but then you couldn't do it anymore. Okay, maybe. Let's see. Let's see if we can. If not, I'll just have to cut it out. I'm still going to do the giveaway tonight. But you got to be, when you're doing it like this, you got to be very careful because you can stretch your holes. And of course, that's something that you don't want to do. Yeah, no, and these still aren't coming out good. Some of them came out, but you still got to be careful that you don't stretch your holes out. Because if you stretch your holes out, then it won't fit. I just prefer to do it on my table. My table does really good. I gotta be careful. I mean, they're staying back and the paper isn't coming up with it, so that's a good thing, but that old flock was the best. But you could do this with it And we're good to go. So I still have, I'm gonna put that on my table. Yeah. I did not, and I'm peeling it like this because I'm trying to avoid stretching up. That part got too much of the paper on it. Let's see if I can peel that off. That didn't. Let's see. This is the other thing with using. That's what I was hoping that it didn't do. Like that paper gets stuck on there. You just got to be careful doing it this way. Unfortunately, picking it by hand is probably the best option. But if you have a table like I have, that it doesn't, like it sticks to it enough to peel those dots up, then I would use that. I'm gonna have to clean this. I'm gonna have to get it off somehow. But yeah. Yeah. No. Keisha. All right, let's get ready to press our shirt, guys, and then we're gonna be done. Let me grab a black shirt. I just gotta see what shirt I want to do. I have a sweatshirt, but I don't want to do the sweatshirt. Oh, that's an old shirt. Maybe I'll do this shirt. All right, we're gonna do this shirt. I'm gonna pre-press this. You treat this just like you would a regular HPV, DTF, whatever you're going to be doing. You treat it just like that, where you pre-press it to get out the moisture. Move a little cricket out the way a little bit. All right, let's get ready, y'all. Let's get ready to rumble. That's enough. You don't have to press it so long. You don't have to press it. As far as placement of like your shirts, you just want to make sure you place the same way you would do a print. It's the same way you would do your bling. So 3 to 4 inches down from the collar works good. And that's how you'll do it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this back off. And we're going to put this over and press. So can we eyeball it good? About. That's actually not bad. Be careful. Don't be like me and have it scooch up. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to press that. Now, I used black stones, right? Jet black. Jet black is one of the more difficult stones to work with if you're trying to put black on black, okay? So just so you know that. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to press this. I'm pressing this at 325 degrees for 25 seconds. I don't get any of my stones. Like I see people say that their stones fell off or things like that. It could be various reasons why. I haven't had stones fall off of my shirts like that. But you want to make sure that you're looking at the manufacturer's suggested times and temperatures. Okay. So Eve suggests for her stones from the baby's booty, she suggests 350 degrees. She suggests 350 degrees Fahrenheit at 12 seconds. Okay, so if you got stones from Evie, that's what she suggests. All right, look at this, y'all. That looks good. I usually just do 325 for 25 seconds, and I haven't had any issues. So if you find that you're having stones falling off, check your pressure. Also, like I said, check the back of your rhinestones. Now, in my rhinestones, occasionally I'm going to get some that has that doesn't have the adhesive on the back of it. I just expect that because there's so many rhinestones. Y'all, I'm not even going to tell y'all what I did. I'm not even going to tell y'all what I did. Because y'all gonna be like, Patrice, what is wrong with you? Your girl put the rhinestone transfer on top of get yourself together. All right, so now we're just gonna place this, and this is the third layer. So when you're dealing with designs that have more than one layer, you want to make sure you know the proper way to lay it out, unless you have experience. But just starting out, you may not necessarily know. All right, that's looking good. The one thing with the black stones is that it's sometimes hard to get to lay it out right. So I just do like a lot of feeling of my way to figure it out. Just to figure it out. I feel my way just to make sure, like there I can tell, and I can see now that my E, like however I slanted it, it just did not, it's not the best, but guess who's gonna go with it? Us. All right, so now we're gonna get, so remember when I was doing that, the template, I messed it up, but it's fine. Just going to bring that over. All right. All right, let's push that up a little bit. All right, let's get ready to press this. And each layer you gotta press, you gotta do this. This is how you have to do it. Just like layering HTV. And then we just have that last little part in the middle to do. Good night. Oh, Rachel's good. Good night, Rachel. All right. We got one more press, and y'all, that is it. All right. All right. So here we did a little bit of silver crystal. Before I see crystal, it'd be like I love silver crystal for like outlines and things like that. I still do. Aww. All right, let's go ahead. Let's flip this over. And we're going to just fit that in just like this. And here I'm going to press this in a little bit because I already know I was pushing it for that little pin spot for those stones to go in there. I pushed it. I know I did. But I needed, that's how I wanted it to look. I wanted a line like how that is here. So yeah. Uh-oh. And so I'm just helping the shirt out. When I pulled it like this, I didn't have this far down enough. So because of that, some of these stones here were overlapping. So all I did was just give it a slight little push, and then that helps to put it in place. Those are just little tricks that you can do to make sure that your stones are not overlapping and they fall into place as they should, like here. And I'll show y'all. All right, we're gonna do the last press. And that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. Thank you, Mocha Crochet and Crafts. Art, yeah, that's Icy Crimson, Miss Gail. It's easy. It is easy. right? So, all right. Let me turn off the heat press because I'm not doing anything else tonight. All right. So here is our icy crimson. And I'm going to bring us over to the front. Okay. Now, this is a fairly easy design to brush in. Not too many stones. Not too crazy, right? Something that you can do after. So I am going to do a Valentine's or Zoom or something like how we did before. I haven't finalized that design yet, but we will be doing one. I'm gonna bring you guys over. Hold on. Remove from screen. Make me back large. Okay, so we were gonna talk about the colors of this shirt. So I did a mixture of colors in this shirt. Definitely use Orm Dorado. I think during this time I might have been in my super Orm Dorado stage. I use Orm Dorado, which is the gold. This looks like light cyan that I use, just regular light cyan. I think I used for these leaves, this looks like royal cyan and maybe gold orange, AB. So royal cyan is another color that if you see cyan and you see red, royal cyan, it just has several different other shades, other colors in it. It's not a solid red. It's a beautiful stone, but it's not necessarily a solid red. And then on the inside of the text, I used a lot of different colors. I used gold cyan. That's a metalite with Orem, more cyan. And then here looks like I used probably coffee. I think I used coffee. So they're like different colors. So the R and the E has cyan, that has coffee. I don't know. I think we did we make these shirts during a Zoom, y'all? I don't remember. But we just had a little bit of sweater weather. And I didn't wear it this season yet, so I pulled it out today to come on here with y'all. But y'all, look at our loved. It looks really good. I'm happy with the color choice that we decided. You'll see, look how I'm very happy with it actually. I'm glad that I went with the silver crystal instead of the icy crystal AB. That silver crystal looks so good. And then the jet black around the edges just really helps it to pop a little bit more, I think. But I love how it came out. So the website is The Baby's Booty. I do have a link listed in the description. It's thebabiesbooty.com. She has so many colors. So, and you know what, we'll talk a little bit before I get off, we'll talk a little bit about colors and color selection and what you know, what I would start out with, just starting, if I'm just starting, which stones you must have. And so we'll talk about that a little bit, but this came out really good. I love how it came out with that black around the edges and that silver crystal. I'm so glad I didn't do the icy crystal AB, but y'all see the silver crystal sparkles? The site is to order the stones in the color red only. No, you can order whatever color. She has all the colors. She has all the colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Miss Gail. Yes. I told her that today. I was like, last week I was trying to come for a quick little one too, but I got time today. I got time today. So thank you, Miss Gail. All right, y'all. So the colors that I would suggest, just starting out with blinging, you have to get Crystal and Crystal AB. They're not your fun colors. I mean, Crystal AB is fun. They're not going to be your super overly fun colors, but it's going to be something safe for you to start out with. And you always need those two in your catalog. You always need the icy, not the icy, you always need the crystal and the crystal AB. Crystal and crystal AB are just colors that, this is icy crystal. All right. So I'm going to show you guys these because these are the two that I would definitely suggest, and then you move on. So these are the two stones. They kind of look almost a little bit the same in the front of you guys. This is crystal. Crystal is just, you know what? Let me bring this one back on so I can show these real quick. Add, go smaller, girl. All right, so this is crystal. This is actually icy crystal, but you can get crystal. Okay, this is crystal, looks almost the same, just less glamorous. So this is crystal. This is what a crystal stone looks like. Just clear, no color. Just looks like a little bit of glass. Okay, that's crystal. Now, wait, can you guys see the little? No, y'all can't see the tracks. Oh, okay, you can kind of see like the little tire tracks on the back of those. And then you have Icy Crystal AB. And Icy Crystal AB is here. Hold on. And this is Icy Crystal AB. Okay, so the difference is it's almost like the Northern Lights. That's what where the AB comes from, Aurora Borealis. And it kind of it says crystal, but there's a special coating on it, and that special coating kind of makes it iridescent. Kind of like when you see a puddle after it's been raining and the sun is shining on it, and you see like the different colors. That's what AB does to all the colors. All right, so those are the two that I would definitely suggest. And other colors, I mean, you can always go with your primary colors. I would go with colors that I like the most. So I love like dark colors. I love black. I love, you guys know that Black Diamond was my favorite. It kind of still is, but I like Black Ice since Evie came out with the new collection of stones. But I would just go with colors that you like. And, you know, if you're looking to do things for Valentine's Day, you know Valentine's Day is coming up. So what colors are good for Valentine's Day? What colors are good for spring? What colors are good for Black History Month? Like you think of those colors and then you start to say, okay, well, I'm going to get these colors now. Okay. Because, I mean, that's kind of how I look at things. Like I'm based on like, am I going to use these colors now? What do I need? And then I'll order those colors from there. The silver I used tonight is silver crystal, and it's so pretty. It's a metalite. Let me bring the screen back on because I gotta show y'all how pretty it is. Hold on. I'm gonna make this bigger again. All right, so this is the silver that I used tonight is this one. And these stones, they're called metalite stones. And the metalite stones, they have like a metallic kind of finish around the edges, but the center is crystal. So I don't know if you see how this one right here, that center is a little, that right there, that center is crystal, but the edge is, you can kind of see it good for that from that there right there. The edge is like a metallic silver, but that center is a crystal. She also has these metallites with a gold rim and like a crystal inside also. But these are so pretty. They're very, very pretty. They catch the light really nicely. So these are called silver. These are silver crystal. The collection of these is called metallites. Before the icy came on the scene, the metallites were like the metallites were nicey before icy. And then when icy came on, icy just took over. But these are silver crystal metallites. They're super pretty. Awesome. No, those are top tier, guys. Those are top tier. So let's do the giveaway. I almost forgot that I said we were going to do a giveaway. So the giveaway is going to be, let me just remove the desk again. So the giveaway is going to be a template. So it's going to be the love template that we brushed in tonight. And if you tell me what color stones, I'll send you. If you're new and you don't have, like you don't have stones, you don't have anything, just let me know that. And I'll send you a brush. It may not look like this, but I'll send you a brush. I'll send you a wax pen. And I'll send you the template with some stones. And I'll send you some Hotfix transfer tape too. Only thing that you're going to have to do, you got to have your own heat press. Because I can't send you a heat press. But if you have your own heat press, then you'll be able to do it. And you don't want to do this with an iron. You need something that's going to apply a little bit of pressure. Okay? Can you get this done with like a Cricut Easy Press? You can, but you're gonna have to put some pressure. You're gonna have to apply pressure. Okay, Lisa, you're not new, Lisa. Lisa, you're not new. You sound like Stacey A. Bear. You are not new, girl. Talk about you're new. No, you're not. Y'all are a hot mess out here. All right. You have a heat press. Okay. Let's get started. So it's not just only for people who are new. I'll probably give away two. So I cut this other one out. And yes, I am going to pick those dots out because I don't like the waist flock. Okay. I don't like the waist flock. And I will pick the dots out. I have no problem doing that. Or I'm going to take it to my table and just my table will take them out. But we're going to do two giveaways. So we'll give away this twice. Okay. So, and just let me know the colors. Whatever colors you would prefer, I will give you colors from my little stash. Do I have all the colors that you may want? Possibly. I possibly do. So just let me know and I will send you the stuff. All you have to do is give me your email, not your email, just give me your address, your name, your address, and I'll send it. I'm rambling now because I'm trying to get the StreamYard app up and running. I think I'm also going to do, for those of you who may not be on my Facebook page, I think I'm going to do the same thing, something very similar on my Facebook page. I might like to do a giveaway of a template and the stones and the brush and just a little brush set kit. I may do something like that maybe tomorrow before Marilyn and I go live tomorrow for Crafternoon. So be on the lookout for that. Hold on. And the Facebook group is Craftable Things too. StreamYard, not the Facebook page. StreamYard giveaway tool. Like I'll be on the Facebook page, not the Facebook group. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm tired, y'all. I did not, oh my goodness, y'all. The other night I did not sleep, so I took a sleeping pill to go to sleep. I went to sleep today. I was so groggy the whole day. Like the whole entire day. So I guess I'm gonna be up all night tonight because I can't feel like this tomorrow. Share screen, giveaway tool. Okay, we're getting ready to share the screen. All right, so the word is going to be New Year. I was gonna do one of my New Year's designs, but New Year, because I know nobody said we've been talking about Bling, so Bling is gonna be in the comments. So the word is gonna be New Year, or two words. It's not word. The words will be New Year. Jess, you like the Dale Earnhardt of blinging. Girl, stop. Talk about she's new. Y'all are a hot mess. A hot mess. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to do it. Again, it's just for the template. We're gonna do it twice. So I'm gonna take some of these out while we're on here. It cut that first one really good, but if I would have kept using the Maker 4, we would have been in good shape. But they don't look like the Maker 4 is working. I'm gonna have to call the good old folks at Cricut to let them know. Like, yo. During a live, that's what happened. It would not connect to the Wi-Fi, but the Maker 3 did. So it got to be something with the 4 that just did not register. So we'll see. All right, y'all ready to roll? So I'm gonna roll twice. The second time it's gonna be a different word. All right, let's get ready to roll, y'all. Got 69 entries. Y'all ready? Let's get ready to draw. And let me put up my banner on here. Let's see who wins. I gotta get my Bella. Reese's Pieces. Congratulations, Reese's Pieces. Are you ready to get on this bling train? Let us know. I'm always excited when there's new pieces. You don't bling, right? Let me hold my excitement first. Do you bling? Is this your first? Because I think this is like your first time gonna like really blinging. But I don't know. I don't want to be saying it and it's not true. But it's always exciting welcoming in new blingers. Okay, that's my email address, Teresa's Pieces. Let me see what Teresa's Pieces said because I'm going to see if she's new. Yes, it is. Welcome to Blingers Anonymous. We are here for you, girl, because once you brush this in, it's so cute. It's not overwhelming. So this is gonna be a little teaser. Like it's gonna pull you in, right? But girl, guess what? You are going to love it. Let me make sure I have. There was some. Did I miss some first month? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the show. Did some fall off somewhere? It might have. I think it did. I think. Yep. I missed some dots, but I want to peel those out. Let me peel those out now. But girl, congratulations. Teresa's Pieces. We're gonna get ready to do this again. It's your year to spark. Listen, it's your year to sparkle. It's your time to shine. Yes, I love it. Kristen said she's only done super little things. Kristen, I gotta fix that, girl. I need you to do bigger things, Kristen. That's what I'm gonna need. Don't drink the sweet tea. Drink it. Drink the sweet tea all the time. You can drink it. You're gonna love yourself for it. Don't drink too much. And now I drink sugar-free sweet tea because honey. But drink the sweet tea. All right, let's see who else we're about to bring into the Lingers Anonymous. Let's see. Let me go back. Okay, the new word is going to be, we're going to change the word up, y'all. So let's change it to, what do we want to change it to? Let's change it to, y'all. Let's change it to crimson since I don't want to say icy crimson. Let's just change it to crimson since we use crimson tonight. We're going to change it to crimson since we use crimson tonight. And I need to remove these stones that I did not see was still there. Maybe it didn't cut out. I'll use that other cutter. There it goes. There it goes. It did cut out. It did. I thought it didn't, but it did cut out. All right. Because I missed 2 stones in this shirt. And I may give another shirt away. Let me see what shirt I got. If you like it or not, y'all may not like it, but I can't wear it. But I'm gonna give my auntie one of the ones that I made in that overcover video. So we got crimson. Let me get this one. We'll give away an extra large shirt. I'm gonna give this one away. I'm gonna give this one away, and I want to give this one away. No, maybe tomorrow. Marilyn and I will be on tomorrow on Marilyn's channel, and then Friday evening and I will be on doing date night. All right, we're gonna get ready to roll in a second. Let's get ready to roll. I got 73. Then we're gonna give away this. It just says overcomer, but I don't know if I like the tone on tone stuff. Everybody doesn't like it, but all right, let's get ready to draw, guys. Let's see. Who? I'm gonna have to send if Kevin was, I gotta send him Montana. Miss Deborah Browning, girl. Miss Deborah Browning, you are not new, but congratulations, Miss Deborah Browning. Send me an email with your address, but I'm pretty sure I have your address already. But send me an email because, girl, if you don't send me an email, my mom be all over the place. So the next thing we're going to give away is this shirt. Let me make myself a little bit bigger for a second. So we're going to give away this shirt. It just says Overcomer, but you can't really see it because I did it in jet black. So if you like it, because it's jet black. You can kind of see it when I turn it that way. Let me see if I go backwards. Can you see? Well, you can. It's cute. It's cute. I like it. I like it. I'm actually gonna make me one just like this. Just like it. So it says Overcomer. This is another design that we made in the Bling, not beginner. We did this one in the advanced Bling class. We made that one in the advanced Bling class. So we're going to give this one away. It's an extra large. Okay. It's an extra large. So if you would like it, I'm going to do a giveaway and right now and just send me your address and I'll mail that out too. And the word is going to be, what do y'all think this word is going to be? Let me go back to share my screen. Hold on, y'all. Okay. What do y'all think the word is going to be? Of course, it's going to be Overcomer. It's going to be Overcomer. That's her word. Overcomer. And that's for this black shirt. So when you win, just let me know what you won. If not, then I got to go back in the video, look at the video, see who won, and then what you won. Then that could take me days, weeks to do that. So please tell me exactly what you won. And it's an extra large black Gildan. It's a Gildan brand shirt. And it just says Overcomer on it in black rhinestones. Okay. Let me come back over so I can see the chat while you guys are entering into the giveaway. And I'm just peeling off these stones because somebody got to get this. Somebody got to get it. Don't forget, tomorrow I'm going to try to come on. It's going to be a little early. Marilyn and I will be on at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm anticipating being on maybe like an hour or so before that on the Craftable Things Facebook page. It's not going to be in the group. It's going to be on the Facebook page to do a giveaway. So of some bling, like of a template. I think I'm just going to give away this template. It's the right time of the year for this template. Y'all, this shirt is so cute. It's so, like, to me, I feel like it's just plain, but it's cute. It just says what it says. All right, y'all ready for us to get started with rolling? Let's get ready to roll. I'm going to click draw. I didn't say this for the first two, but you got to be in the United States. Okay, you got to be in the United States. That's it. Let's go. Let's draw. Priscilla! Congratulations, Priscilla. If you haven't done any bling, girl, this shirt is going to make you want to jump into bling. It's going to make you want to just dive headfirst into a blingy pool. I'm just letting you know. Congratulations. Send me an email to patrice@craftablethemes.com with just your name and your address, and I'll get this package out to you. But congratulations. All right, y'all. Let me stop the screen sharing because it's time for us to get out of here. It's time for us to go. So it's been fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this last Tuesday of the year. Wow, 2025 has gone by, and now we're headed into 2026. And we don't know what the year holds. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't even know what tomorrow is going to hold, right? But we can just put our best foot forward every day. Know that tomorrow is going to be a day that people are ending this year and they're entering into a new year, a brand new year with people who they had before that were constant in their lives and they're no longer there. People will be going through so many different emotions. We're getting out of the holiday season, but just because we're getting out of the holiday season doesn't mean that things are going to be easier. Like people's memories are going to fade away, and those memories are only triggered during holidays. It's not. So please remember to be kind, and please know that every response or reaction is not personal. Like don't take it personally if somebody doesn't respond the way that you respond or the way that you want them to respond, right? Everybody's living life, and sometimes life is living them. So please remember to be kind. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost you anything to be kind. I promise you, it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't. So please remember to be kind. And also, please remember to be kind to yourself. Have patience with yourself. It's okay if things didn't work out in 2025. Guess what? You got a whole new year to get it together, to get it right. And maybe it won't work out 2026. If you take little small steps and you have some success along the way, celebrate those successes. Celebrate them. It doesn't matter how small they are. A success is a success. A win is a win. So please remember to do that. I love you guys so very much. I am so thankful for all of you here in the chat. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be able to be here and to craft with you guys, to make memories with you guys. I love y'all so much. I thank God for you guys daily. I love y'all. 2026 is going to be amazing. I know it. We don't know what's going to happen, but every day you wake up and you tell yourself that you're going to have a good day. Yesterday might have been bad. Yesterday might not be, but you're going to have the best day possible. I love y'all so much. And I would say see y'all in 2026, but no, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all head over to Making with Marilyn's channel and join our live tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what we're going to be doing, but we're just going to be ending the year with each other and with anybody who decides to join us tomorrow during the live. I love y'all. Until next time, y'all. Later.